I don't know if you realize, but the financial situation that's going on right now is getting worse, and it's getting worse very, very fast. Now, I'm not listening to the media because I don't think they know what they're talking about, so I really I'm not aware what the media is saying, but I am listening to a few experts that I trust, experts that already proved that they know what's going on. And I'm not an economist, I don't understand, I'm just looking on what's happening. And I think that situation is not good. Would you agree? They say, and don't take me as the source because I'm not the source, but they say even that Germany right now prints billions of Deutschmarks. I don't know if you understand what it means, but if they will change back to the Deutschmarks, we're going to be in shit, okay? In deep shit. Okay, now, those are not rumors in the sense that the people that are saying it are heads of banks in Germany. So there's nothing official. Germany is keep on saying it's not true, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, the situation is not good, okay? Banks are going to fall. We saw that happening now in Belgium. Okay, banks are going to fall, and I don't think that anybody is going to be exempt. Not the rich and not the poor. Everybody is going to suffer. Okay, and that's what most of the experts say, is that we need to embrace ourselves. Until a year ago, when I would talk about this, I would tell people this is a great opportunity to grow. I'm not saying that anymore. I'm saying that's a good opportunity or a good time to protect what you have. And I hate to say that. I'm giving you that just as as a little bit of free information. You do what you want with that. But I don't believe in protection. I really don't believe in protection. I think it's a wrong thing. I think that you need to take every opportunity and grow from that. But in this financial situation, the way it looks like, it seems that we better protect what we have. And that's something that Vered and me are very busy for us right now, personally, and we don't think that there's a lot of time. So I want you to know about that. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom and everything. I think that everything at the end will be okay. But right now, if you don't take care of your finances, if you don't take care of your money, if you don't take care of your financial future, I'm not sure that there will be somebody that will take care of that. And many people do believe that they will be taken care of, but they won't be where to be taken care of from. Okay? If they expect the gold price to go from 1,600 to 5,000 in very short time, that means not that the gold is worth more, it means that the money you have worth less. So it's something to think about. Now, again, I'm not an expert on that. What I do know is what we created in our life and what it means for us to become financially free. Because yes, I still need to protect today what I have, but I don't have to worry about money. And I don't have to worry, it doesn't matter what the financial situation will be, I will have enough money to eat, to pay the rent, etc. Okay? And this is what we can share with you if you're interested. So I just want you to be aware. The reason I'm mentioning it now is because we have a financial freedom coming in December, and the next financial freedom is December next year. So I know that a lot of you took the financial freedom in the business bootcamp, but there's a lot of new people that maybe don't know about it, and maybe you should know about it, I think. So I want to give you a couple of words about that. Again, not to scare you about that. This is the situation, and that's what it is. Okay? It depends on what you do with that. Either you put your heads in the sand like most people do, and then you will suffer, or you choose to spend right now your time and effort on becoming, I don't know, become educated at least. Guys, at least educated. You need to know what's happening, and you need to know what to do with that. Okay? So this is, if you do that with us or with somebody else, I really don't care, but just get yourself educated. I know that finances and money is not an issue that most of us really wants to spend time and learn about it. I can tell you for myself, I'm not, and I was not. And I'm still not really interested in that. But I did, and I'm very, very happy about it. Because what Vered and me did is about 6-7 years ago, we became financially free, which means that we don't have to work anymore, ever. Okay, ever. Now, ever is a big word, so I don't know if it's ever. But, for the time being, it's not a problem. That's why I can offer you this training. That's why I can offer you the business bootcamp, etc. And just say, listen, guys, come. If you like us, you're very welcome to come on and continue with us. But if all of you will choose just to come and take and go home, that will be fine. Okay, I have how to pay for that. And that's important, and I want you to create that for yourself. This is really important. You grew up in a mentality that you need to work for your money, and that is not working anymore. Okay, you need to create for yourself certain assets. You need to create for yourself what we call passive income, so you don't have to work all the time. Most people are not financially free. I'm sure that your parents are not financially free, which means that your parents needed to retire either with very little or keep on working for many, many years. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I retired I know that my parents are right now retired because of the age, but they're not having the lifestyle that they wanted. And I'm pretty sure that most of your parents didn't either. And if they do, they're eating their house or savings, doesn't matter. But that's good as long as you live very short life. But what if you're living 50 more years? I mean, if my parents will live above 80, they don't have where to eat from. Their savings are calculated to the age of 80. That's how they calculate it. They took the money that they have, and they divided it into the years that they will have still till 80, and that's what they eat today, with the pension and everything, but that's not a big part. And that's what your parents are doing, and if you want to do anything different, that's what you will have to do in 10, 20, 30 years. It's not a good solution, guys. It doesn't work anymore. It worked for your parents because they were after the Second World War, where the pensions were for kind of forever. They could get some money and people were having low means, etc. But today we like to have a lifestyle that we want, and you won't be able to have it forever. Does that make sense? Doesn't matter how rich you are. There's a difference between rich and financially free. You can have huge amount of money in the bank, but if you keep on eating them at one point, then at one point they will be over. Maybe you will manage to live the good life, but maybe your kids won't be able to live from that. Does that make sense? Financially free means that this money is never depleted. Okay, this money is never over because you still keep on earning it when you're 50, when you're 60, when you're 70, when you're 80, when you're 90. It still keeps on coming in. And that's what the financial freedom, that's what we're trying to teach you there. And we have quite a few students that did that, and we have quite a few students that get there. Not as many as I would like to in the short time that we have, but we are taking whoever is willing to go that path. Okay, so I think this is important. So let me ask you a couple of questions. How many of you are right now not that happy with your income, with the amount of money coming in? All right, great. How many of you, I don't know if you know what net worth is. I'm not going to go into a long explanation, but net worth, how many of you know what net worth is? All right, so not a lot, so I'll explain. Net worth, just to know, it's important to know this is one measurement of wealth, one measurement. It's not the best one, but it's one measurement. It's the calculation of what you own, so what is yours, minus what you owe, which means you owe. So if you have a house of €500,000, but the mortgage is 400,000, then your net worth is 100,000. That's what you're worth, right? Because you have something that worth 500, but you owe 400, so you're worth 100,000. Is that making sense? So you might have more things that you own and more things that you owe, and you want this to be, the result of that, what we call net worth, to be as high as possible, right? That's one of the measurements of wealth. You have more of this. Actually, the definition of a millionaire is somebody that have here $1 million and up, not including their house. That's the definition of a millionaire, okay? If your house is not including what you own, if you have this calculation is $1 million and up, you're a millionaire. Is that clear? So for those of you that are going there, that's what then now you're clear on your goal. So if I'm asking you, if you kind of quickly in your head saying, okay, what I own minus what I owe, how many of you are not that happy with your net worth? You would like it differently, okay? And that's okay, guys. The fact is almost no one of you know what it is. They didn't teach you that in school. It freaks me out. It freaks me out that they don't teach that in school. I mean, my daughter knows what passive income is since she was 6. She's going in the city and she says, hey, this parking meter, that's passive income for the Gemeente. I said, right? Every time that my wife is passing in 150 kilometers and she my daughter is saying, hey, somebody's just made money passively. She understands that, but her kids in school, they don't understand anything. In a way, it's really saddened me because my daughter, for years, when you asked her what she wants to be when she grew up, every time it was something else, but it was always as a business owner, which allows you to create passive income. And now suddenly, everything, because she's in a school and everybody is working on becoming employees, so they're all talking about CVs and what will help you on your CV. Seriously, she's 14. This will look good on my CV. This will look good on my CV. She never heard that from us. I don't have a CV. I don't even know how to write a CV because I wouldn't like anybody to approve my CV. But that's what they teach them in school. So even that I'm trying to teach her at home something totally different, school is very strong on that. So it's okay that you're not happy with that. You never learned about it. It just needs to be change. How many of you feel that money-wise, at least, you're kind of you're burned out? You're in burnout or close to burnout. Okay, we have a few people here. How many of you feel that you work hard but you don't get compensated enough, money-wise? This was the reason why I started becoming the path to financial freedom. Because I used to go, after almost every event that we used to have, and I would go to Vered and I would say to her, it doesn't work. We put so much energy into the world, we give so much to so many people, but the bank account looks the same. It doesn't really matter if we had 12 people in the group or 40 people or 100. And that doesn't work. The idea is that the more value you give, the more value you get, also in a form of energy that's called money. So if you have any one of those, and if you feel that you didn't reach yet your full potential, how many of you feel that you're not yet fulfilled your full financial potential? Okay, because some people say, listen, that's what I can 100,000 a year, that's probably it. Okay, I know that my full potential is probably not to be Bill Gates in the amount of money. Okay, probably, that's not in my potential, and that's okay. But I know that I have more potential than I have now. Okay, so there's something to strive. That's what we're talking about, fulfill your potential. So if you answered yes to each one of those questions, any one of those questions actually, then that means that you need to start thinking about what do I do? How do I increase my financial IQ so things can change, especially in the time that is coming up. This is what I wanted to tell you. If you want, then we can support you. It's called the Financial Freedom. It's a 3-day course that we have once a year now. It's happening in December, and after that, it's the next December. It's 3 days that are going to change your life. It's going to change your life both on a mindset, so you start thinking like a rich, that you increase your financial IQ, but it also gives you the tools. I'm just going to give you one tool example, and then I'm going to finish that because I don't want to spend more of your time. How many of you have a mortgage right now? Still a mortgage? Okay. Hypothec, yeah. I have to apologize. Anybody did with us the Financial Freedom before? All right, so all those of you that did the Financial Freedom before, I need to apologize to you in a way. Seriously, because I didn't know that the problem of hypothec is so big in Holland. Because if I would know, you would get a session that now in December we're starting it, that gives you 2 things. It gives you 2 strategies with hypothec. Now, the numbers I'm going to give you are calculated on 100,000 euro hypothec for 25 years. If you have more than that, then the strategy will generate for you more money. If you have less than that, it will generate a little bit less. Okay? But based on 100,000 euros hypothec for 25 years, we'll give you 2 strategies. It's 2 phone calls to your bank. One phone call will cut your payments or their mortgage payment and the interest in about we calculated about 2,600 euros. Okay, 2,600 euros. It's not that you get it from the bank back, but you have to pay 2,600 less. That's a lot more than the course price. Okay, already. So if you just make this phone call the day after the training on Monday, every one of you can do that if you have a mortgage. Every one of you can do that. You're going to save yourself 2,600 euros. That's based on a 100,000 euro hypothec. A second strategy requires a different phone call. So you cannot do the same phone call at the same time. You need to do it the day after. But second phone call is going to save you over the life of your mortgage minimum of 25,000 euros. Not just that it's going to save you 25,000 euros, you're going to cut the time that you're paying the mortgage in 3 years for 100,000, 3 years and 8 months. So you'll pay mortgage 3 years and 8 months less. Now, this is not money in your pocket right now, but this is 25,000 euros over the coming years. That's a lot of money, yes. It's something that it's part of a new session that we're having, so we didn't give it before, because I didn't realize, it's also last time we taught the first time debt elimination, because I thought in Holland there's nobody in debt. I mean, you don't have credit cards and everything. Why would be debt? Until we asked how many of you people have in debt. I have debts, and we had so many hands. We said we need to put something in that. So we taught you the quick elimination, and we still do this session, but we added one more session which teaches you how to save on your hypothec. So there are 2 strategies. The one is going to save you 2,600 euros, and the second one is going to save you 25,000 euros. Those are based on 100,000 hypothec for 25 years. This is savings, and if you do this strategy, all of you can do that. It's a phone call, and we'll teach you what to do and what to say, and the banks just don't tell you that you can do that. They just never bother because they are just going to lose 25,000 euros on that moment. Okay? So you need to know that. Okay? And this is cutting your mortgage in about 3.5 years. A little bit more than 3.5 years. So if you plan to finish your mortgage when you're 50, you will finish it when you're 46.5. Okay? That's good, no? Okay? So this is just one tip to show, one strategy that we're going to teach you. And I really think that if you have issues with finances, if you're not really happy yet, especially in the situation that there is, I would recommend you to take that. I know that many of you registered for that and you're coming in December, and that's great. If you didn't, we're going to offer you a good deal so you can take that and without thinking too much about that. Okay? Just this is going to be more than what the course is costing you. So that's you're going to save on the Monday after. Okay? So that should be kind of an easy decision.